What's up, guys? It is Wednesday here, and this is episode number 5 of the Daily Driscoll. And on today's episode, I'm going to be showing you guys a full series of farmer's carries. Now, you might be asking yourself, what the hell is a farmer's carry? It's not where I'm carrying farmers. It is essentially an exercise that is mimicking you carrying things in everyday life. It's great for core strength, it's great for shoulder strength, it's great for upper trap development, and it's also fantastic for metabolic conditioning and then that pesky grip strength. So if you have never done these before, be sure you watch the entire episode because you need to be inserting some of these, if not all of them, maybe just one of them, into your routine on a regular basis. And before we get into all the exercises, I'm going to sit down and explain a little bit of the application to your training program, when you should be doing them, how many sets, how many reps, or for how long, and talk a little bit about posture and form within the carries. So let's get into the video. So with the farmer's carry, there is a little bit of correct form involved, and the best way I can describe it is you want to have as good of posture as possible. So you want to be really aligned, basically from the head to the hip area and engaged at all times. Most people, when they're doing this, will have a slump in their posture simply because either they're carrying too much weight or they just haven't done it before. So what I want you to think about is pulling those shoulder blades back and down, tucking that chin a little bit back, having a nice neutral neck, and then those abs or ribs are pulled down nice and engaged. And if you want to squeeze those glutes a little bit while you're doing it, you can as well. That is the basics. Most people, from what I see, will either struggle to keep their ribs down, whether they're doing an overhead carry or something like that. They'll struggle to keep their ribs down and engaged, but the main thing is you want to try and solidify your posture and your core the entire time. So you'll kind of see what I mean by that in the video. Watch for where my ribs are in correlation to my hips and my head, and that'll give you kind of a good idea on how to maintain really good posture throughout. Now, in terms of application to your program, you can do this as a superset with active rest. You can do this as a finisher, which I kind of like. So what I mean by a finisher would be, you do your whole workout, you get to the end, and this is something that you can do for, say, 30 seconds on to a minute off, 30 seconds on, a minute off, or 20 seconds on, 40 seconds off, or 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. And you can kind of play with it. Or if you have a little bit of turf area, you can go down and back, you can go down, back, down. You can just go down, rest again. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. I would suggest, hitting 3 to 5 sets of maybe, it depends on where you can be. Try and pick a weight that you can carry it for about 20 to 30 seconds. Do 3 to 5 sets of that with, at least that 20 to 30 seconds in rest, if not more, and go again. You can always pair it with more exercises. You can make it a circuit at the end, but this is a great exercise to kind of test, number one, your physical capacity to do work when you're tired. Number two, when you're tired, to focus and really create some good posture. And then number three, just, your mental focus at the end of a workout. So that is kind of the basics and how I would go about it. Now, obviously, you're going to see some unilateral stuff, which means, hey, I'm loading one side of the body, which engages more of the opposite side oblique. You're going to see some bilateral stuff, which means I'm putting weight on both sides of the body, which that's going to hit mostly, middle of the core, everything like that. It's going to basically hit everything. But for the most part, all of these carries are very, very applicable to most people. The only ones that I'd be careful of, if you have trouble with the overhead position, with reaching overhead, maybe avoid those. There are some of those in there. So take a look at the video, think of things that you can do with these, and then, apply them to your workouts. All right, guys, so as you can see, there are a ton of different variations that you can be doing. Make sure that you choose at least 2 of these and add them to the end of your workouts. Now, I would say, hey, if you want to split it up Monday, Wednesday, or Monday, Friday that you're doing these, or if you want to add a bunch more of these, make sure that you have a little bit of structure in what you're doing. Don't do them all in one day, as your body will be completely burnt out. Make sure you space them out, add them in, work them in, however you want to do it. Have fun with them. The entire point is to benefit you, and you have to choose things that you like within fitness, not things that I'm telling you to do. So if you don't like them, by all means don't do them, but I would suggest you doing them because they're very beneficial for your overall body function, posture, and strength. But yeah, that is it for today's episode. That is Driscoll, the Daily Driscoll number 5. If you guys like this episode, or if you guys like this channel, please hit that subscribe button below, hit that thumbs up, and then tell one person about this. You can also find all of my social media outlets in the description. Connect with me on there. I'd love to hear from you guys and the people following me. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention. Have a fantastic day.